Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection. Today I would like to show you amazing Spider-Man in his homemade suit by Hot Toys. This one is the edition from the movie called Far From Home. And if you are familiar with the Spidey movies, you already know that something is not correct because actually in the Far From Home he didn't wear this homemade suit. But the story behind this is that basically once this figure has been released after Spider-Man Homecoming, the first Spider-Man movie, uh, everyone fall in love in this figure because you can pose the heck out of it, and so it sold out very quickly, and it was a huge demand for reissue. So Hot Toys has decided to release this figure for the second time with some extra additions to the previous release. So now I would like to show you what is new and why you should or should not buy this figure. So starting off with the box art, as you can see, we have Spidey right here. It's a pretty nice artwork, and you can see that he's actually looking at you from Mysterio's helmet. And so you can see his shoulders over here. Maybe it's not visible for like the first view, but it is actually Mysterio. And then if we will circle this box, you can see some credits over here, some Spider-Man logo. Here at the top you have another Spider-Man logo. Down in the bottom you have the movie logo. So that's how the box art looks like. I really like how this works on a pure lighting. So I wouldn't be surprised if you would have decided to even put this art box into your collection and look at it, because it's almost like a poster. So yeah, let's go inside. So if I will open this slip, you can see the Spider-Man in his beauty. You can see the little drone in here, and here some hands. I don't know what to say about this. It's just some mysterious cloud or something. I don't know. This is the same, and if we will open this up, you can see a little Mysterio in here, and here you have the figure. So without further ado, let's open this and see what is inside. Alright, so here we have Spidey himself. So I will remove this blister, this plastic cover, and let's take a look on Spidey. And yeah, I gotta say, it does look like Spider-Man in his homemade suit, and the first impression is pretty good. I'm not sure about the head and the eyes, but the outfit seems a little bit baggy, but yeah, it is nice material, and yeah, as I said, he should be posable, so we will put him over here, and let's take a closer look on everything that comes with Spidey in his homemade suit. Alright, and here we have everything that comes with Spidey in his homemade suit. As you can see, he comes with the, it has been called, if I'm not mistaken, mystery accessory, because if you have put the pre-order, you didn't know what is going to be there in the end, but you have this beautiful mysterious drone. Let's take a closer look on it, because it's just fabulous. I think this is something that you want to see in your display, because I mean the paint job is just freaking awesome. You can see all the weathering here, like somebody really did a lot of extra effort to make this look like it has been beaten up by Spidey or by anybody pretty much. It has some years, it's not something clean, and that's really something that has been through some battle. So I have to say it is amazing. And obviously this is the accessory which have not been included in the previous, or let's say first version of homemade suit. So this is something extra that you can have. But on the other hand, in this box you don't have Tom Holland head sculpt, which has been in the first edition. So that is a downgrade, let's say. But you have to decide like whether you prefer his head or this beautiful drone. Honestly, I would be happier probably for his head, but we will touch that in just a second. Maybe just let's take a closer look over here. Yeah, so you can see how beautifully it has been done. Unfortunately, it is a pure plastic piece. There is nothing actually from the metal or any other material. It's just pure plastic, but still, just because of the paint job, you just have to love it. And as you can see, you don't have only the drone, but also this little piece which you can put, for example, right here, and then Spidey can jump over it or even sit on it. You will see in just a second. Then when it comes to the display stand, I think it's pretty okay. Like there is nothing really extra there, like just an average one, but at least I'm glad that we have this stick right here, which is which you have to put some effort to move with this, but this will help you to create some nice poses, like some flying Spidey poses or something like that. Then I'm sure that you are wondering, what the heck is this? And I have to say it is an extra accessory for the display stand. So you can put it over here like this, more or less, and it should give you some extra pixelated diorama. I'm not sure about these guys. Like, I know that a lot of people are complaining about this. If you have some plastic diorama bases in Hot Toys figures, I'm usually okay with that. But in this case, I don't know, like what this should do, like what this should show me. I think I have to rewatch the movie once again, because I really don't remember that there was something like this. And thinking about it just purely as a display stand piece, I don't know. It's just not working for me. Anyway, let's discuss other accessories. So we have obviously the spiderwebs. So we have this blue one. I think that's not as common. Once again, it's just pure plastic, but I will just have to play with it a little bit to see how well it can look. Then we have this spider web. I think it's a nice piece. You can, receive these Spidey webs pretty much with every Spidey figure. So if you are familiar with Spider-Man from Hot Toys, I'm sure you have seen this before. But maybe it's the first time that you are seeing this. So yeah, we should mention it at least. Then we have some eyes here, and I think that the important part here is that if you will compare it to the previous version, then this is definitely better way how to put this on the figure, because here you have small magnets. So this is definitely a better solution. Because from what I've heard on the first edition, it was worse. So at least something pretty. And then last accessories here are obviously the hands. So we have this whipping hands, and if we will take a closer look, it's nicely painted. I'm not sure about this part, like I'm not sure if you can see this, but like the middle finger here, for example, like, this paint job could have been done better. But you have this small accessories, which is obviously nice, and here at the top you have nicely painted hands. The only thing which is not really working for me at this point is the color, because it is not really matching the suit itself. But yeah, at least you have some options with his hands, and because Spidey is a figure that you want to move with, then it's obviously a good choice that they have decided to add more hands here, because more hands the better. Of course, these are the fingers or hands which can do the crawling on the walls and stuff. Yeah, so these are the accessories, and let's take a closer look at the Spidey himself. And here we have Spider-Man himself in his homemade suit. So let's take a closer look. And starting off with the head itself, as you can see, there is some stitching in the middle of the head. That's something which is not as nice as I would hoped. But overall, I'm not really happy with the head, how it looks like. I know that it is how he looked in the movie, but to me it just sounds a bit weird. And if I could, I would just put the Tom Holland head sculpt here in just a second. But unfortunately, this is still my first Spidey figure, so I don't have his head sculpt yet. But once I will have more Spidey figures, I will definitely remove this head and swap it with Tom Holland's face. because it's not just the head itself where it looks like that he doesn't really have a nose, or at least it's definitely at least smaller than it should be. But even the eyes, like as I said, they have little magnets, so it is the better solution than on the previous one. But still, the way how it looks, it's just not as good as I would like. Here you can see some details. Yeah, so small eyes with small magnets. You can just pop it there and it pretty much sticks, which is good. But as I said, not the preferable solution when it comes to the head itself. And then you have this nice hood, and from what I've heard, you cannot really put the hood on his head, which is a bit of like not as good as I would hoped. But I've seen some pictures where he actually wears it. But seeing how small the hood is, I'm not sure if I want to try it. Maybe rather not. Try this with your figure once you will have him. Then you can see his nice little hood. You can see the beautiful zipper over here. It is not workable, so I will not move with this. And then when we will go and take a closer look at the hands, you can see his mechanism for the web shooters, which is definitely a nice thing to see. But as I said, I'm not really okay with the colors or the paint job on his fists, because as you can see, it's not really matching to the hood and the head. So to me it doesn't really make much sense. But I have to rewatch the movie once again to see like how it looked like in the movie, because I'm just curious, like what the heck is that. Anyway, going down, you can see his pants. Nothing really special about this, but the main part about his outfit is just that it is a pure natural material, and it is basically like your pants, just in a smaller size. So you can definitely move it any way you like. The only durable parts are these fists, this plastic material for the web shooters, his eyes, and then his boots, because they are also made from PVC. So if we will take a closer look, you can see it's not bad. Not the best boots I've ever seen, but I think it's working for Spidey. And here you can see the bottom with some texture, and you have some ratchets there, so you can move with his feet as you like. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the back, because I just wanted to point out that from the back, like, he looks like he had a little catastrophe in his pants. I'm not sure about this this part. I don't want to say that like in a natural way because I don't want this video to be deleted, but I'm sure that you understand what I mean. It just looks like too baggy, and you know, you don't want to see Spidey from the back. That's, I think, natural thing to do, but when you do, you realize that you can work with the head. So that's just how he is. All right, let's take a closer look at the poses and the way how he can move. So it's a bit tricky with just one hand, but let's see. So his head, you can go over here to about here, then to the bottom like that. You can move it to the side. Ooh, I think that's the maximum. And yeah, that's it. When it comes to the hands, you have pretty unlimited options. So you have the swivel here, you have the double joint over here, so you can do, for example, something like this, which is something which I would love Nebula to do with her metal hand, but fortunately she cannot do that. And yeah, if you want to move his arm up, you can definitely do that. Just have to be careful with the angle so that it is going to look natural. Yeah, so something like this. When it comes to the torso, it's also not bad at all. So you can do something like this, maybe even a little bit more. Yeah, I think this is the maximum. And then on the other hand, you can do something like this, which I think it's also, like, if he's jumping like this, yeah, I think it will look beautiful. Then when it comes to his legs, that's not what you want to see. Yeah, so you can do almost anything you want. You have some swivel, then double joint at the knees, so you can do something like this, and then a regular joint at the feet. So yeah, as I said, you can pose pretty much anything out of him. So now let's go and see some poses. And starting off with some basic pose, here I just wanted to show you that he can stand without any issues. You don't really need his dynamic stand if you don't want to, and because he is such a poseable guy, I mean, you can have a lot of fun with this guy, especially if you have more Hot Toys figures. Then you can do pretty much anything you want. It's similar to my favorite Hot Toys figure, which is Deadpool. So you can put him anywhere. Like Spidey and Deadpool, like these guys will look great even if you will put them in the middle of the Star Wars diorama display, because they are just so funny by themselves. So you don't have to worry, and it will always look great. So let's try one more pose. And here we have another pose. I know it looks a little bit silly, but I just don't know how to pose this guy at this moment, because he's just new to me, and I'm sure I will learn something during some time, so maybe later on I will put some posing video, but that's just how he looks at the moment. And let's try one more. Yeah, and this is the last one. So as you can see, he does look good, even for example next to Nebula. So yeah, that's just how great Spidey is. I'm not sure if it was visible from this video, but this figure is definitely the one which you can play with a lot. I mentioned it like million times in this video, but I just cannot be like clear enough to help you understand that this guy definitely worth your time and money and effort, because you really can do anything with him, and that is just absolutely outstanding. If I would like to do something like this with somebody like this, it would be definitely mission impossible, mainly because of the choice of the material on Nebula. It's like some it's she has some leather, she has some plastic pieces, and here this metallic hand is not very posable. So you know, having her walking like this is more or less maximum what you can do, while on the other hand you have Spidey here. And if you want Spidey figures, you definitely want to pose him and play with him a lot, and this homemade suit is the one which can help you to do that, because from my understanding, I know it's my first Spider-Man figure, but from my understanding from the reviews on the other Spider-Man figures from Hot Toys, it's not always as great as it is with Spidey in his homemade suit. So he definitely deserves my recommendation. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and hit the bell notification and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.